You came back. Watch me chase something. There is no substitute for getting into the Word of God on your own. I am a line on a screen. The book is alive. Read it. This book is written by a man who had everything. Wealth beyond counting, wisdom beyond anyone alive, pleasure, power, projects, fame. He tried it all, held nothing back. And he opened his hands and found them empty. He had a word for it. Hevel. It means vapor, breath, smoke you cannot grab. Most Bibles translate it meaningless or vanity. Everything, he says, is vapor, a chasing after the wind. This is Ecclesiastes, the most brutally honest book in the Bible, and weirdly, one of the most freeing. Here is the question, the one that hits you at 2 a.m, or at a funeral, or right after you finally get the thing you worked years for and feel nothing. Does any of this actually mean anything? You work, you sleep, you eat, you repeat. The sun comes up, the sun goes down. Generations come, generations go. The same wheel, spinning forever. And then you die, and someone else sits in your chair. The teacher keeps using a phrase, under the sun, over and over. Under the sun. It means life viewed from down here only, by daylight logic, with no reference to anything above the sun. And his verdict on life under the sun, all by itself? Vapor, a chasing after the wind. He is not being depressing, he's being honest. And he is about to show you the one thing that changes everything. The teacher runs the experiment so you do not have to. He tries pleasure, all of it. He builds massive projects, houses, gardens, vineyards. He piles up wealth no one had ever seen. He pursues wisdom itself. And every single time, he opens his hands and finds vapor. Even the good things, when you ask them to be the meaning of your life, slip through your fingers. Then he says something beautiful. There is a time for everything. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to weep and a time to dance. A time to keep and a time to let go. Life has a rhythm, even when you cannot see the whole song. And then the line that unlocks the whole book. God has set eternity in the human heart. That is why nothing under the sun ever fills you. You were built with eternity inside you, a God-shaped space, and no amount of under-the-sun stuff, no pleasure, no money, no achievement, was ever big enough to fill it. He looks at death honestly too. The wise man and the fool, the rich and the poor, the king and the beggar, they all end up in the same grave. Death does not care about your resume. So if it all ends the same, does anything matter? Hold on, he is about to land the plane. Here is the turn, the thing that changes everything. The problem was never the world. Pleasure is good, work is good, food, friendship, a sunset, a glass of wine with someone you love. All good, God-given good. The problem is that you kept asking those finite things to do an infinite job. You handed today an impossible assignment. Fill the eternity in my heart. And today buckled under the weight. Of course it did. So stop. Stop trying to squeeze eternity out of a Tuesday. Ecclesiastes says, receive today as a gift. Eat your bread. Enjoy your work. Love the people in front of you. Hold it all with open hands, not as the meaning of your life, but as a gift from the one who is. And let eternity come from where eternity actually lives, not under the sun, but above it. There is a thread. Ecclesiastes is stuck under the sun, where the wheel spins forever and the grave wins every time. The teacher is honest enough to admit he cannot fix that from down here. And then into that exact problem, God himself stepped under the sun. Jesus came down into the meaningless real. He ate and worked and wept and loved. A real life under the sun. And then he died the death that levels everyone. The king and the fool and the carpenter from Nazareth, all in the same grave. But the real could not hold him. He broke through the grave to the other side. He did the one thing no amount of pleasure or wealth or wisdom under the sun could ever do. He defeated the thing that made it all vapor. The eternity God set in your heart, it has a destination now, a name, a face, an empty tomb. Ecclesiastes asks the question. The resurrection is the answer. That is the threat. Ecclesiastes, 12 chapters, short. Read it in one sitting if you can. It hits harder that one. Read chapter 3, a time for everything. Read chapter 2, watch a man who had it all admit it was not enough. And read the very last chapter. After all the searching, the teacher lands here. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. That is it. That's the whole thing. Stop chasing the wind. Hold today's gifts with open hands, and give the eternity in your heart to the God who put it there, and the Christ who came down to fill it. You were never going to find the answer under the sun. It came down from above it. Here, read it. I'll see you in the next one.